So the heavily criticized bathroom bill of North Carolina is actually being decided upon if it should be repealed or not. Now, if you don't know what the bathroom bill is it's basically you are forced to go into the bathroom that is the gender you are decided by your birth certificate. So, if you're born as a male but you're transgender to women and back and forth, whatever it is, it's basically trying to harp on transgender rights. And it's North Carolina, a horribly regressed state, and they are actually they're losing a lot of money from this. So they say, quote, North Carolina legislators gathered Wednesday for a special session to consider repealing the bathroom bill they passed earlier this year, but it was not clear whether lawmakers were willing to fully abandon the measure that pushed the state to the epicenter of a national debate about transgender rights. So also keep this in mind. I want you guys to read this article because there's a lot of information to dissect about this, and one of it is that it's not going to be a full repeal, unfortunately, but I guess it is at least somewhat in the right direction, right? So what I wanted to say is that this really harps on transgender rights and how they feel and how their comfortableness is in the world. And like I said, North Carolina is a very Republican, conservative, Christian, regressed state that is just not really up to par when it comes to social issues. And, they're always on the end of the stick and basically being douchebags. And well, they've lost a lot of money from it, and I'll explain to you how. So they say, quote, some Republicans were sharply divided Wednesday about whether to consider repealing the bill, which has cost the state millions of dollars and lost tourism revenue and prompted the NBA and the NCAA to move games. The special session came amid intense acrimony in the North Carolina political scene as Republican lawmakers recently passed legislation aimed at stripping power from the Democratic governor-elect, who in turn has threatened a lawsuit. Now, this is something that I think is so great that is actually done by these leagues, these basketball leagues, and I've seen it happen live too. They've taken out the All-Star game out of North Carolina because of this bill, and to me it's so amazing that they're able to fight for justice like this, and to see these kind of things done, even though it can be maybe some kind of, whatever it is, breaking some contract or losing some money, they still do it. So to the commissioner of the NBA, who is Adam Silver, I really appreciate and I really admire these actions done, because it really shows that they're trying to actually fight for justice in whatever way they can. And trust me, it's not as easy as you would think to do that. And there are also other companies like PayPal who have came out and said, this bill is bullshit. So honestly, this is really good. This needs to be repealed, and we need this fucking regress state. I mean, for fuck's sake, North Carolina just had a Democratic governor elected. Right before the Republican one's leaving, he's passing some bill to lower the incoming one's power. It's a sad, sick joke, and you have to be a special type of brainwashed and a special type of sick to be able to do this shit.